What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Gotta talk about Tyson Fury. He's been in the media a lot lately, and it was just reported by ESPN that he failed a third drug test, which you guys seen in the title. And the reason I say a third, two were from this recent cocaine. He failed a second cocaine test, or had trace elements of the components of cocaine in a second test that he failed with Vada. But before that, there was a report before any of this happened, before the rematch got canceled, of course, and they said in the first Klitschko fight he failed a drug test for something else, so that's why it says third. But he definitely failed for a second time, and I gotta break this down, man. Like, this is like a huge downward spiral for Tyson Fury. First things first, I'm not an evil person. I never hate on somebody. I don't wish harm or bad on these fighters, you know what I mean? I just cover this sport. Tyson Fury, it was all fun and games, but he really needs some help at this point. And this is bigger than boxing. He's posting things like this, and he's talking about racist behavior, and he thinks because he's a gypsy, he's being outcasted, and this is what I have to put up with every day.
Father, forgive them, they do not know how much they hurt me.
And you guys can go to his page if you want to see it. So it's just a series, a collection of tweets from fans, and people are saying, oh, Tyson Fury should die, and I want to see him get stripped. Oh, he's a bum, he sucks. And this is what he's putting: the everyday racist behavior in 2016 with a bunch of sad faces. But I gotta be honest with this. Again, I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down, but what Tyson Fury goes through, you have to acknowledge that a portion of it is his doing. And I don't really even think, trust me, I know, I used to live in England. I understand there's racism there, but it's not just against gypsies. There's racism against black people. There's racism right now against Muslims. Ever since 9/11, in major parts of the world, not just the UK, but places like New York and wherever, Muslims have received a lot of hatred. And I'm not even Muslim. I'm just telling you a fact. You know what I mean? Donald Trump talking about Muslims shouldn't be able to enter the country until we figure things out, right? So it's funny because I talk boxing. I talk about injustices, double standards, new media stuff. And again, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen for gypsies. I do think they are targeted, but there's places in Florida right now where, like golf clubs, you can't go there if you're black, right? There are things that are endured by like Cubans, you know what I mean? They don't have a nation behind them. They don't have a country behind them because of how they have to get here. They have to take a boat and defect and come here illegally and stuff like that because of their government. So I just can't believe that gypsies are targeted so much more than a lot of other people are targeted. Like, for example, Adrian Broner, he talks the talk. Marcos Maidana, he trying to front like he don't speak English, but after this fight, I'm gonna make him speak English. And then fast forward to the future, Maidana, he slapped you. Well, he didn't sleep you, but he thrashed you, right? There were a million memes about Broner. One was pretty funny. It was like he was working at a McDonald's drive-through, and they had the picture of him on the ropes with his hands like extended, like that rigor mortis type stiffening on the arms when fighters get hurt, and he had like McDonald's bags in his hand, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Rappers like Fabulous were he said, I got fiends through the ropes like Broner or something, and there was a little bit of beef because of that punchline, things like that. So my point being is people literally despise Broner, and it's been that way. It's been that way for a while, and a lot of it's based on how he acts, but there is racism there too. And Tyson Fury, he gets the belt, has it for literally less than a year, and it's like he loses his mind, resorts to cocaine, and his career seems to be downward spiraling. But honestly, from my standpoint, I don't know exactly in the UK currently, I don't live there now, but I never really seen too many people hate on Tyson Fury because he was a gypsy in general. Like, you know what I mean? That's why they don't like him. Like, hey, I can't stand you. Like, some people hate Broner. He's an entertaining fighter. He fights flat-footed a lot of times, beautiful combination punches, but they don't like his personality, so they hate him. Floyd Mayweather, 20 years in the sport of dedicated service, they still hate him. After he beat Pacquiao, the word Nigger was a trending topic on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that Tyson Fury has received so much more hatred than a lot of other people based on him being a gypsy. You know what I mean? Some people don't even know he's a gypsy, at least not in the UK. You know what I mean? People from the United States. And I know people from the United States that don't really care for him. Some people like him with the singing and the antics and stuff. Some people don't like him. And to me, I haven't really seen it because of he's a gypsy. You know what I mean? It's like, you can Google it right now. Tyson Fury bizarre quotes. Google it. Don't take my word for it. Google it. And you'll find multiple websites with crazy Tyson Fury quotes, like crazy things he said in the past, right? Like this and that, and I'm good and evil versus Klitschko, and making remarks about homosexual people, and just very brazen, bold statements that we know in 2016 this society aren't going to go through, and they're not going to be passed off well from the media. You know what I'm saying? He said one time to Deontay Wilder, I want to bend him and Anthony Joshua over and rape him, in so many words. Like, hey fool, you ever had your shit pushed in? Simple question, eh? Hey AJ, you ever had your shit pushed in? I've had my shit pushed in, man, big time, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're talking about raping other heavyweights, and then hey, I'm being targeted. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it real. Like, that's maybe that, aside from being a gypsy, maybe that has something to do with it. You said you wanted to bend over heavyweights and rape them. You've made like slanderous remarks about the BLT, LGBT, or whatever they're called, community. You know what I'm saying? So I think to me, I don't know internally what's going wrong with Tyson Fury, and I'm not trying to be unsympathetic to that, because he clearly needs to get things help. But I think some of it is being, I don't know the word to put, but some of it is he's making like he's the victim. But I believe in this world, in this society, you make your bed, you gotta lie in it. So you also have to be a product. Like, for example, this is just me. Maybe I'm totally wrong on this. Maybe you guys agree. I'm just being real with you guys, like I always do. Let's say I'm a gypsy. Everybody hates gypsies ongoing, right? Cool. I'm a gypsy, you hate me, you hate travelers, whatever, cool. In addition, I'm not saying you should conform to a society and not be yourself, because I don't believe in that either. Be unique, be yourself. But maybe if you've already been in trouble for saying homosexual remarks, maybe you shouldn't go on Michelle Joy Phelps or this person and that person. Like, I remember he did an interview with Michelle Joy Phelps behind the gloves, and he's talking about he wants to have sex and now he's doing cocaine. Like, go look at the Rolling Stone interview and read what he's saying. He's in the hot seat right now for cocaine, and he's like, oh, it's my life. Nobody owns me. I can do what I want. I can do cocaine if I want. You know what I mean? So again, he clearly doesn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the whole point is you got to pick a side and stick to it. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want to be this James Dean rebel without a cause / Tupac, me against the world, baby. I'm drinking Hennessy, my enemy, and you don't care what people say, you got to ride with that. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather, he was the villain. So, I mean, even some of the hate he probably didn't deserve, like for strong performances. People say he ran versus Canelo and stuff like that. He still had to live with what he created. And it's a little bit different with Tyson Fury, because I don't think Tyson Fury has done what like a Floyd Mayweather has done. You know what I mean? And you have to pick a side. Do you not care what people think, or do you care what people think? You know what I mean? You can't just say like, oh, I don't care, I'm gonna be outspoken and speak my mind and no one can stop me. And then when the media gets on your case, then you're like, oh, hey, you hate gypsies, you're targeting us. You know what I mean? But he did push this the other day. Good news is I'm getting the right help, and I'll be back even stronger than before. Try and stop me. God is good. Blessed is Jesus. And I think he's also even done stuff where he said he wasn't on cocaine, and now Obviously, 2 failed drug tests later, he's doing an interview with Rolling Stone. So it's a bit of erratic behavior, to be honest, from Tyson Fury. And I hope he gets the right help that he needs, like he said he was going to do. But he's just kind of been all over the place. And I think it's at a point where if you say spiteful, hateful things, or people perceive you as this monger of hate, or loose cannon, uncontrollable figure, how can you determine what is racism or discrimination against gypsies versus they don't like you for that reason? You know what I mean? Like, when I talk racism in boxing, that's because there are clear as day double standards. Like, you can see it. You can literally see it, and there's no other way. Like, there'll be a knockout artist like Deontay Wilder, and he has a higher knockout percentage than Gennady Golovkin, yet he is not embraced by some fans who love Golovkin. And then the reasons they say they love Golovkin, he's an entertaining fighter, he does this, he has a knockout percentage, he's a champion. And you look at, okay, who is Golovkin truly fought? And then you say, oh, I hate Wilder because he ain't fought nobody. You know what I mean? But Golovkin hasn't really fought stellar names. You know what I mean? Who's Golovkin's Bermain Stavern? You know what I mean? A champion with title defenses, stuff like that, a slick style where people thought Wilder's going to get knocked out. So you could see clear-cut double standards, but when it comes to Tyson Fury, I don't necessarily see that. I see people, maybe they just hate the man, you know what I mean? Because he says like this wild, loony stuff. Like, you guys know how I do it, man, with this new media. Case in point, Tyson Fury crazy quotes. The most outrageous things Tyson Fury has ever said, from the Telegraph. And then underneath it said bizarre quotes. They had to close the comments so nobody would even say nothing. To be honest with you, I know Vladimir Klitschko is a devil worshiper. They're involved in bigger circles and stuff like that, and they do magic tricks and whatever. You can go on YouTube and watch them playing with magic. Have you brushed your teeth this morning because your breath stinks, you're ugly and I'm not? That's not that bad. You're boring and I want to get you out of the heavyweight division. You have about as much charisma as my underpants zero. I am the ultimate supreme specimen of a man. And then finally, Tyson Fury, he's set to star on a show. It's a reality series, I'm a Celebrity, in the midst of all this. And I read from his team, they're saying that, oh, this is going to be great for him, and could save his life, and this is what he needs. And in case you guys aren't familiar, this is an Australian show where they take celebrities and put them out back, down under, crikey, right? And they're in the jungle or something, and they have to survive. It's like Survivor, and they have to get along and cope with their surroundings. Like, in the midst of getting your life together and cocaine and stuff, why is going on a reality show even a priority? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's kind of weird. That, to me, that doesn't make sense to me, to go on show. Like, let's say my life's in ruins, I'm on coke and stuff like that, and then everyone's like, oh, look, Boxing Ego is on coke. And then next week y'all hear me, I'm going on Family Feud. Survey says, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just, to me, that doesn't make sense. You're going to go on a Survivor-like show in the midst of all this, and that's going to help you with sobriety or get your life back together. You know what I mean? This show is, other celebrities have been in there. I think Nigel Benn and David Haye and stuff like that. So Tyson Fury, he's kind of all over the place, and I think he's looking to blame the gypsy thing. But again, your whole page, Gypsy King, Gypsy Warrior, Gypsy King, and trying to live by the God's words, and he's like using that, it seems like, as a scapegoat to what's going on. You know what I mean? The cocaine, you just basically told Rolling Stone you're on coke and you could do whatever you want. It's not a ped, basically. And you wanted to kill yourself, and death is the best option. You know what I mean? Maybe that has something to do with the disdain from the public. I don't think, you know what I mean, if anybody, not even just a gypsy was doing, but if anybody was doing some of this, saying they wanted to rape men and other fighters in their division and stuff like that. Like, can you picture Floyd Mayweather if he was like, man, fuck fighting Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. I just want to bend him over and rape him. Easy work. I want to rape him. the truth, Earl Spence, he could get it too. Like, how would that be received by the public if he really said something, like joking or not? You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. Tyson Fury fails another drug test for the components of cocaine. I don't have a problem with Tyson Fury. I just hope he gets his act together and can pursue whatever he decides to pursue and whatever's right for him and his family. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you like my video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.